By March 1865, the Civil War was drawing to a long-awaited close. You see, the fall of Richmond was a very pivotal point of the war. The Confederate capital indicated the near end of the war.
Tensions rose in the Confederate capital of Richmond, which was nearly 100 miles away from the Union capital of Washington, D.C. They were almost a spitting distance away from each other, but neither side came close to capturing their opponent's capital during the long years of war.
10 months earlier, at Petersburg, General Robert E. Lee was trying to hold back the Union forces. However, there was only so much they could handle. His army was worn out and his supplies were now non-existent.
General Lee, being the great military strategist, came to the conclusion that Confederate states should abandon Richmond and relocate the capital to Danville, Virginia. Ulysses S. Grant, who was the general of the Union forces at the time, captured Richmond in spite of Lee's skillful tactics. Now, coming from a professor's point of view, no need to brag, Robert E. Lee, before the Civil War, was asked by Lincoln to take charge of the Union, but Lee changed his side to the South. And good thing he did, because if not, the war could have taken a completely different turn.
The Confederates were worn down and tired, and Lee tells Davis, "I advise all preparation be made for leaving Richmond tonight. And after this, everything goes downhill from there."
Davis had so many emotions running through him at this point that he goes back to the Confederate White House. He brings all the documents.
Richmond mobs burned down factories such as cotton, tobacco, and food supplies. This totaled up to 50 blocks being burned down. When the tobacco factory was burned down, this caused rapid and tremendous fire growth in the town of Richmond, Virginia.
I didn't notice you there. Well, Richmond was in ruins when the 4th Massachusetts Cavalry, led by Major Charles Francis Adams, Jr., arrived April 3, 1865. In the early lights of the morning, the cavalry closely took down the Confederate flag and raised the American flag. This was the symbol that the war was over. The country within a country was now once whole again. Still early in the mornings, the buildings were still aflame. Union General Godfrey Witzel ordered his troops to put out the fire.
In order to deny the Union troops any satisfaction of using any resources against the Confederate, they set the city on fire.
End of a civilization and the beginning of a long road of Reconstruction. That's right, I said it.